I usually sketch outside and take many photographs to record something that excites me, particularly a reflection on the water, mist over a lake, or develop petals on a flower. Developing a relationship and intimacy with the landscape is an important part of my process. This enables me to find a starting point that will develop and enrich my ideas. I then take these ideas back to my studio and sketch lots of ideas, playing with composition and narrative, and look for inspiration to develop a collection of paintings that will form a thread through my work. Once I've found a starting point, I then find a natural flow to the painting that becomes meditative. Welcome to my studio, where I like to paint on an architect's desk, which gives me the flexibility to sit or maybe stand while working. And as it's robust and I can be aggressive with the canvas when painting and printing into the surface, while allowing me to have my sketches and inspiration in front of me. Or I can change position that I'm working in. To the right I have all my acrylic paints and brushes, and I find acrylics as a medium suit my way of painting. I like to layer and work quickly with the previous surface left undisturbed, enabling my ideas to flow naturally, and the paint has a depth that helps me create textures. I like to use large brushes to sweep over the canvas spontaneously with colours that I've remembered while out in the landscape, then layer and define imagery, often painting in detail with a rigger brush that forms fine details useful for botanical flower detail or textures on a bird or rabbit. I'm particularly drawn to lakes at the moment, finding the reflection of the trees, branches, leaves, or the way the light falls onto the water, creating shapes and textures. The lily pads and lilies form onto the surface of the water, creating clusters of shapes in areas. I love exploring the colours, shapes, and details of the lilies and how they interplay with each other, perhaps leaves forming a decorative pattern over the surface. I've tried to create and develop a feeling of peace and tranquility in these paintings, being particularly drawn to bird life that hold an element of mystery to the narrative, especially the elegance of herons and the way that their quietness around them. I love listening to the sounds of birds and leaves on branches as they flutter against the breeze. Lake Mist was inspired by the idea of a calm and tranquil lake that had a blanket of mist over it. I love the way that the rhododendron branches intertwine with each other with their soft pink flowers against the misty silvery grey background. The heron is watching over the wadebirds while the swans are flying overhead. Another painting that will be on show at the Kellie Gallery is Taking Flight, with lilies over a lilac lake. Alongside the lake paintings are pieces inspired by walks on my local nature reserve, where I absorb the atmosphere and sounds of butterflies or rabbits jumping amongst the wildflowers, dandelions, evening primrose or buttercups. A collection of paintings will be on show at the Kellie Gallery in Brighton, when I will be Artist of the Month. Check with the gallery for further details. Hope that you can visit and view the work up closely, or if there is a particular painting that you are interested in, please contact the gallery. Hope you enjoy.